Hello everybody. How cool is my shirt? These here are crazy times. They are crazy times. We've been trying to get to this Furch video for a very long time, but it's just been a lot of hard work out there, as you're all aware. We did have a lot of Furch guitars to show you, but people are playing them and loving them, and now my range is suddenly very small again. I would have liked to have been able to show you the whole range, but I can only show you part of the range now. That's due to the fact that these here are crazy times. Boom Crash Opera, 1989. This company has been around since the 80s, essentially when the Czech Republic was under communist rule. Mr. Furch had to build in secrecy, and when the Czech Republic got their sovereignty back, he was unable to start his company. It's a great story, and you know, you can get more accuracy out of it if you read the story on the website. But in short, he was already popular because he was doing great things out of his garage illegally, building great instruments, and then he was enabled to start his company properly, and now it's still family owned and family run. It's just a wonderful story, and they've gone from strength to strength. They're cutting edge. They're using cutting edge technology, and they've really started to change the way that we think about how guitars are made. They've done some clever things, and again, you can read about this on their website, Furch Guitars. Easy to find. They have a double action truss rod, which is not uncommon, but they put it in a carbon sleeve, and the carbon sleeve allows the neck to be extremely rigid and very, very accurate for neck relief. Combining that with a special alloyed material L bracket here in the neck to body join gives the neck the right pitch to the body, and makes the neck and the neck body joint extremely rigid and very, very strong. They call it CNR, composite neck reinforcement, and essentially you get pretty much perfect playing action and really accurate neck adjustment movements. Also, because of the alloy L bracket here, it has allowed them to not use as much material in this area of the guitar. Therefore, the guitar has a little bit more resonant characteristics because the top bouts can move a little bit more. Speaking of the tops, they also have a process that they scan every single top of every single guitar through the entire color range, and they test it for density, and they remove material from different spots on the top of the guitar to give the entire face even density from one side to the other, which gives the player more even bass to treble response and extra resonance. They really have been, going for this high-tech concept, and it's really evident in the playing of the guitars. The actions are fabulous, the necks are straight, and they have a really clear and open tonal character. Accuracy as well as depth. Sometimes you'll get a highly manufactured guitar. It's very accurate, but it doesn't seem to have as much soul. And then you'll get an old-fashioned guitar which has a lot of soul, but not necessarily the accuracy. And I've found that Furch is really starting to marry those two sort of concepts as guitar players that we kind of feel together, and they're coming up with some products which are just fantastic. They're fantastic guitars. Furch have a really amazing palette of instruments, a rainbow palette. In fact, they have a rainbow series, which is their custom line. And what's interesting about one of the great and interesting things about Furch is that you can practically customize a guitar at every level. Not completely, but within certain parameters. But in the rainbow, at the real top end, they'll build you just about anything you want. And then they tier them in the colors of the rainbow, the 7. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. These are the 7. These are the desaturated 7. And to go back a couple of seconds and say you can kind of customize you can kind of customize at every level. You can, to a point. These are both Blue Series guitars and completely different. You know, obviously a Dreadnought and an OM, but you've got spruce and red, Western red cedar. You've got sapelli and walnut. And you could have done it the other way around if you wanted to, with the materials. That was a bit silly of me, wasn't it? That was a bit silly. How good's my shirt? The Furch website is fantastic. You can go there and you can choose a body shape. You can choose a pickup. You can choose the materials you want the instrument made from. So you can sort of semi-customize an instrument at every price point, from red down to violet. Of course, the parameters are smaller in the violet area than they are in the red, but it means that you can kind of put your own thumbprint on your Furch guitar. That aside, they've also done something extremely clever, which takes the guesswork out of it. Every range has what they call a master's choice, and in the master's choice, what they have done is they've figured out what they're getting asked for from their customers, mostly, which design concepts, and what they think is going to sound best in that range, whether it be a blue or green or whatever. And they give you their master's choice combination of materials and body design, which they feel, and also their sales figures represent, to be the optimum guitar in that range. So you can look at a Master Series green, Master Series blue, Master Series yellow, etc., and they will give you the combination of materials and body size, so you don't have to which one's going to be the best. Having said that, like I said a minute ago, you can put your own stamp on it and design your own version. And in the Rainbow, just to reiterate, you can totally make it your own and go nuts and do special inlays and everything, and they'll do it for you. Just to quickly reiterate, so, these are both Blue Series guitars, and you can buy to that price point, for example, the Blue Series price point, which is incredible value for money. They come with really good quality bags, really good quality at Blue Series. The next series up, green, is where the hard cases start, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But essentially, you can get something that's really your own kind of design at a lower price point, and we can just get it in for you. So at Green Series, you get a beautiful Hiscox case, production line kind of flight case, very, very good. I can stand on them. Sitka spruce, Indian rosewood, choice of Anthem or Element LR bag system. This little OM just punches well above its weight. It's just astonishingly good. This is one of the instruments in the range that is just, head and shoulders above the competition, in my opinion. Bang for buck, it's just got everything going on. The great neck, super straight, high quality materials. We want spruce, we want rosewood at a certain price point, and they give it to you in this got a pretty much mid-range kind of price point with a high-end LR Baggs Anthem system in it with a Hiscox case. This is a killer guitar. Best value for money on the market. Full stop. Here we have a fantastic little 00 Yellow Series Furch with spruce and Padauk. Yellow Series is also offered in Indian Rosewood, but the Padauk adds something else to the range. It's like a point of difference and a beautiful timber to look at, a different tonality. So again, Furch just offering every single option so you can really customize it. They really, I mean, this is a beautiful piece of wood, everybody can see that, but they also put this lovely koa binding on the Padauk, and it just makes it stunning. It really pops. Just to reiterate earlier, that's a big word, isn't it? And I've used it a lot. Have you seen my shirt? Anyway, they've put the sound hole LR Baggs in there to keep it more traditional looking and simplify it without putting a hole in the side, which you can still do. And that's, again, one of the great things about Furch, that you can customize. But what a great looking and great sounding little instrument. The Yellow Series has been a big surprise. It's done very well. And the point between the green and the orange, because remember it's red at the top, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. And this is where the instruments start to get really good in the Yellow Series. So here we have an Orange Series Grand Auditorium with AAA grade spruce and black walnut back and sides. They also offer the orange with Indian Rosewood back and sides. And like all other manufacturers, Furch grade their timber and they use the more resonant and higher quality and prettier timber on their more expensive instruments. You do get a better result. When you go up the range into the orange and the red series guitars, they do have more resonant characteristics. The presentation is better and they just sound and play fantastic. Like the blue guitar I had earlier, the Dreadnought, it's also walnut back and sides, but this is a higher end, more resonant guitar. The Orange Series is just that little bit better. I'd encourage you to go to the Furch website and have a good look. They will build you a phenomenally good guitar, and if you don't want to ruin your brain trying to figure out which combination, look at the Masters series, because the guesswork has been done for you by the experts. Look, I'm very excited about Furch, and I'm very pleased that that Better Music has this wonderful range of guitars. Again, I would have loved to have shown you the whole range, and I will do that in another video so I can show you some of the entry-level ones, the indigos and the violets, but at their price points they are just stunningly good. I hope you get the chance to try out a Furch guitar soon. You won't be disappointed. They are exceptional instruments. And as I said, I'm very, very pleased and proud that we can be their people in Australia. So check them out.